Hello everyone and welcome to the Task Manager tutorial. The Task Manager is a very useful program found on Windows that can be used to manage all sorts of different applications. And to start off, I'm going to show you how to access it. It's actually a keyboard command that is used, so I'll actually bring up the on-screen keyboard here so you can see exactly what it is I'm pressing. So I'm going to go down here and just type in on-screen keyboard. You don't have to do this because obviously you have a keyboard in front of you, hopefully, but just so you can see. Now you access this menu, it's going to bring up a solid color menu with a list of options. The screen recording software that I happen to use right now does not show that menu, unfortunately, but you're going to see a list of options and Task Manager will be on the bottom of that list. So I'll enter that menu, but you won't see any sort of a change on my screen. You access this menu by holding Control, Alt, and then pressing Delete. So as I press these keys on my keyboard, they'll light up on the screen here. So I press and hold Control, press and hold Alt, and while I'm holding those two, I press Delete over here. And now I've entered the screen mode. You don't see any change because of the camera software I'm using, I'm sorry. But you have 4 different options. You have Lock, Switch User, Sign Out, and Task Manager. I'll select Task Manager and come back. You should be able to see me again now. I'll close out the keyboard. And when it starts up, you're just going to see this. Very simple. Unless you've clicked more details in the past, it automatically starts up with this. And it shows you the programs that you have open. So right now I have Google Chrome open, Microsoft Outlook, and Skype. Very simple. This can be used to end these tasks. That's all you can do with the simplified version, of Task Manager. So, for example, I'll just close Outlook. I don't need my email anymore. So I select it, left click, and I just click End Task, and you'll see it went away down there, down in the taskbar. That's very simple. It's a simplified version of Task Manager. You can expand it now by clicking more details down here. And now you can view these 3 apps at the top are the main ones that I have running. You see Google Chrome, Skype. You don't see Outlook anymore because I already closed it. And then Task Manager, which is this program that is running right now. All of these down here are background processes. They're what make the computer run and do its thing. Most of the time you won't need anything in there unless there's some sort of malicious software attacking you. You're not gonna really bother with that unless you really want to clear your RAM and get rid of some of those tasks. You can go over here to Performance and see the CPU usage. Very useful and interesting information. Wi-Fi usage, disk space, not connected to Ethernet, so it's not going to show me any of that. Memory, all very useful. Your app history, basically just kind of telling you what apps do you use, how long has it been on, what sort of memory does it take up, that sort of thing. Startup, so when you start up the computer, if it takes a long time to turn on or if it takes a really short amount of time to turn on, what apps is it trying to boot up in that same amount of time. So this will help you out if your computer takes forever to turn on. You can come into here, go to Startup, and you can see all of these applications that can start up with the computer. Now this one here, iTunes Helper, I have disabled because I don't use it a lot. If it's on, then it could impact the startup time, but over here it tells you startup impact. I see this one has none, but say this one here, high, Microsoft OneDrive, I do use it a lot. I do want it on, but it does make it takes a little longer to turn on when that is on. So you can go through here and select, so say, okay, Chromium, this is a web browser for an antivirus software that I have. It is enabled, it hasn't been measured, the startup impact. I don't use it or need it anyway, but it's still turning on when I turn the computer on. So what if I want to turn that off and make my computer a little bit faster when it's turning on? I select it and go down here to Disable. Click Disable, and now it is disabled and will not boot up with the computer. Up here it shows your last BIOS time, which is just your boot time, and the last time this computer turned on was 11.9 seconds it took before it logged on and I was able to do anything with it. So that kind of gives you an idea. You can say, okay, I want this on, I don't want that on. Internet security, any sort of antivirus you're going to want, things you're going to use. Very useful menu for speeding up the boot process of your computer. You can go over here to users. That's just, I only have one user on the computer. Otherwise, you'd be able to go into further detail and see all the applications they use and that they have running. Very useful if you're managing more than one person on a computer. You can see current details of what's running on the computer. All the applications, how much memory it's using, everything about it. Most of the stuff you may not even use if you're just a normal, average, everyday user. And then all of the services that are running or not running, depending on what your computer has them set at or what you have them set at. But yes, this is the more advanced version of Task Manager. But like I said earlier, to get back to normal, you just click fewer details, and that's all you'd see up. This is very simplified. If you just have an application that's not responding, just click it, end task, and then your problem will be solved. But if you want to get more into depth and see more about your computer, just hit more details down there, and this will open up bigger. There are many different things you can do with this, and it's one of the most useful tools on a PC. So yes, that is the Task Manager, one of the greatest tools that you will find on your Windows PC. Thank you for watching.